Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, they're listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join? Yeah. You gotta turn on, turn on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Turn it up and get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn them out, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Got a radio show because God in the blessing business. Got a radio show because God is in the forgiving business. Got a radio show because God will let you turn your life around business. Got a radio show because God know better than you know. Yeah, Steve Harvey got a radio show. Didn't see it coming, but he did. I'm going to share with you today a principle of success. It's important that we get our lives together. It really, really is. You know, the hereafter is exactly what it says. It's the hereafter. And hopefully for the majority of us, it's quite a ways off. So what about how you living today? How about now? You know, I often talk in the morning about your relationship with God. That can never change. That is at the forefront and the best thought process that I can give you. And I know who I'm talking to on the radio. I'm talking to a lot of people, man, who out there just not sure. And I'm talking to a lot of people out there, man, that's trying to pull it together. In other words, you know, I'm talking to a lot of people like myself. There is a principle of success that is out there that if more people understood this is just one of the basic principles of success, you would have more success in your life. And that principle is this: the more people you help become successful, the more successful you become. Well, the more people you help become successful, the more successful you become, because you are practicing helping and as you do unto others, then it's done unto you. You know, you build relationships when you do that. People forget in success there has to be relationships. There is no one person in this world who is just successful all on their own. You are successful, and successful people form relationships. And you've got to really coddle these relationships. You've got to nurture these relationships. They don't just happen. You don't just get cool with people just cause you cool. No, you've got to do some cool things to these people and for these people to be cool with you when you need some cool. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but that's the best way I can tell it to you. I'm just regular. You know, I just speak like that. This is an important principle to put into your life. The more people you help become successful, the more successful you become. You can look, you have to say to people, hey, look, I've done that. This is what you got to do. You got to take some time out to share. You have to share information, experiences, thoughts. You got to take a minute, man, to uplift somebody. Give them some encouragement. Hey, man, you can do it. Don't give up. You have no idea. You right now, you have no idea how significant you are to someone else. How your words of encouragement could be the difference maker today. I'm talking about it's a person looking at you that you don't even really know you, or you don't really know them, and you see them struggling with something, just say, hey, you know what? I've been watching you from afar. You're going to be all right, man. I see something in you. Keep doing the right thing, man. You're going to be all right. I had a meeting with a young man for the first time, and this young man came into my office. I never met him. He has an internet service, which anybody can teach me something about the internet because I know little to close to nothing. He was 27 years old, and he was amazingly bright at this. And I guess, you know, that is not that hard to impress me, but the fluid speech pattern that he had about this very, very difficult subject, he was tossing around the terms I had heard, but he was actually putting them in sentences where it made sense to me. It's very fluid, very, very sure of himself when he was talking about this little thing. This young dude, 27 years old. And when he got through, the woman that had introduced me to him, I was leaving my office and she was going to escort him out. And I turned around and I said, young man, I said, what size pants are you? And I guessed it because I've been dressing for long. I've been all them sizes. And I said, you about a 30 waist? He said, yes, sir. I said, what size shoe you wear? He said, 9.5. I said, what size shirt is that? A medium or large? He said, I really like extra large. I said, well, that's too big for you. You just want to look blousy and baggy. And so I was talking to him and I said, man, I'm going to help you out. I said, man, because let me tell you something. You a sharp young dude, man. You are razor sharp. I said, you've really, really impressed me today. I said, and you know what, young brother, I said, you're going to make a lot of money one day, man. I said, but I want you to get your image up. I want you to look at how you dress, because you're coming into professional people's office and you're talking about doing something for them, and it takes money to make it happen. I got to give you money to make this happen. What you cannot afford to do is look like you need every dime of this money. See, you when you go in there and you talking about money with another person, the person that's going to give you this money it can't look like you need every dime of this money, you know, so you got to start presenting yourself. And that's all I just said to him. I just said, man, but you know what? You sharp. You're going to make yourself some money. I'm going to help you out a little bit. I walked out. I went on about my business. Later on that afternoon, I had a meeting with the woman that brought him in. And she said, Mr. Harvey, you have no idea what you just did. He said his eyes just teared up when you walked out. He said, wow, man. That man don't even know me, and he just encouraged me. He said, man, I always thought I might could make it, but he said, I ain't never had nobody like him tell me I could make it. And just hearing it from him, man, that's all right. I'm gonna get my clothes together, but you know, I've been homeless. And then he started telling the woman that he had been homeless. And so, you know, then she telling me that, now I'm finna cry, cause, you know, I've been in that hole before. And I'm just sharing that story with y'all just to say, you don't know who you talking to, but what does it hurt if you just extend your hand to a person and give them a moment of encouragement? See, this young brother right here, he could come back one day and be a major benefit to me because he has a skill set that I don't have. Oh, I might be old Mr. Steve Harvey, but hey, guess what? I don't know nothing about what this young cat know. And he done went off and educated himself. And just a word of encouragement from somebody like yourself can make all the difference in another person's life. So remember, on your way to the top, the more people that you help become successful, the more successful you become. It's a requirement of God that you do that. That ain't Steve Harvey talking. If If you read your Bible, somebody got a Bible verse that back me up. Email it to me today if you know what it is. I don't know, but y'all do out there. All right.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for us to realize that, he did it again. Another day, another opportunity, another blessing, another moment of grace, another chance to get it right, another step to your goals and aspirations. I take advantage of it all. I start my day with nothing but gratitude. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for everything you've given me, for the night of relaxation and restoration of my body and mind and soul. Now that I'm up, I must say thank you again, because I don't know what you got for me, but I expect great things, and I expect you to walk me through all of my challenges today with a clean heart, with the mind and heart to serve others and help others when I can. Keep me safe from my enemies, block all my haters, and cause them, see right there, that ain't in the prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you. Steve Harvey Morning Show. Yeah, human side of me kick in every now and then and cause them to, and then, I wasn't going to say nothing like real evil, but falter and fall flat on their face in front of me so I can see it. Stuff like that. Just little additives. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mississippi Monica Jr., and the legend that is Nephew Tommy. Well, Junior, what's on your mind today?
Unc, man, let me ask you about something. Think about doing something, but you ever thought about a time you had to pivot in your career, Unc, and you really wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, and you did it anyway? But what's the point in time that you did that you had made a pivot?
You're talking about every 2 years?
Yeah.
That often, huh?
Yeah. He said every 2 years.
Yeah, I'm bro. You know how many times I've had to reinvent myself? The one thing I have been very fortunate in that God is, even though I have things that I'm afraid of and fearful and not sure about, God gives me the courage to face them anyway. And so at every pivotal moment I've had where I wasn't sure of the next move, I found somehow in me, through God's grace, to trust him and just go ahead anyhow. And that's just what it came down to me. And the reason I learned to do that better and better over the years is because he ain't never failed me. He just ain't never left me out there, man. So, why would I not stretch out on faith again? Because I can't think of the time he's deserted me. Man. Left me out there. Even, and hear the cold part, Junior, even when I made mistakes, I made the wrong decision, he stood right there and held me together while now you got to pay the consequences of the mistakes, but he gave me the strength to do them. And then to finally where I would go, okay, hold up, before I do this, what you think I ought to do? Then he said, oh, okay, cool. I think you ought to do this.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes that takes a little bit longer than you want it to, but then that's when you got to start trusting in God's timing, because his timing is always different from yours. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have never seen him give me nothing too early. I ain't seen that one yet.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's too early.
I'm still waiting on that one. Oh, it happened too soon. No, that ain't.
All right.
That ain't how he worked with me. I don't know how he worked with y'all, but
No. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew as he runs that prank back right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now to run that prank back with the nephew. What you got, Neff?
Baby chick, C-H, C-H, anyway, baby chick. Baby chick, let's go, cat dog. Yay, yay.
Thank you for calling.
I'm trying to reach Warren, the manager. Is he in?
Hold for me 1 second, please.
This is Warren. Thank you for calling. May I help you? Yeah, are you the manager there?
Yes, sir.
Your name Warren?
Yes, sir. This is Warren.
Okay, I need to actually file a lawsuit on y'all, and I'm actually calling you first to let you know that I'm getting ready to file a lawsuit on the whole grocery store for what did happen to me.
Sir, let me get. Hold on a second, sir. Let me do this. Let me. What did you say your name was?
My name is Evans. Evans is my name.
So Evans is your last name. Let me write this down. And you came into my store Did you have an accident in my store or something? I'm not exactly sure what you're calling about.
I ain't had no accident. What happened was I came in there yesterday and I bought a bunch of groceries and I bought a carton of eggs.
Right.
Now, when I got home, I was checking to make sure the eggs didn't break on the way home. When I got home, there was a baby chick inside the egg carton, man. One of the eggs had hatched and got my kids traumatized. Now, they don't even want to eat breakfast or nothing around here because there's a baby chick inside the carton of eggs. That don't make no sense, man.
Sir, I don't mean to, so you tell me there was a chicken, a baby chicken, actual chicken in the egg?
There was a baby chick inside the carton of eggs, man. Okay. It got my kids traumatized, man. Don't nobody want to eat nothing. You got eggs if you just around here because...
If you just calm down for 1 second. Listen.
Put that chick down. What I told y'all, put that chicken down in there. Put it down. It might have rabies. Say what, sir?
I don't even think that that's possible, first of all. If you had any idea how this thing comes from the farm to the store, they go over these eggs a countless number of times. And the temperature in the freezer, first of all, wouldn't even allow for a chicken to be alive. If you had a baby, I don't know how this one got past the system, okay? But what I do know is we got a baby chick over here running around because y'all store ain't doing what y'all supposed to do, man. And now my kids are traumatized behind this. When did you say you were in here, sir?
I was in there yesterday. I bought the eggs yesterday, man.
Down here at Elm Street?
Yes, I bought them at the grocery store. I sure did.
Okay. Let's do this. Why don't you bring the eggs in to me and the chick?
So now you want me to transport a baby chick back to the grocery store? Look, we already traumatized over here already behind this doggone baby chick, man.
I'm not exactly sure what you were trying to pull here, but I don't think that, first of all, anyone with common sense would tell you that that's not possible, first of all. You can't have a baby chick living in a dozen eggs. There is no possible way that the temperature in my freezers are right above freezing. There's no chickens are a fragile creature in the first place. You can't have a little bird is not going to survive the transport from the farm to the factory to my store. I'm not sure what you're trying to do here.
Hey, I'm not going to go back and forth with you.
If you want to bring me a dozen eggs, bring the dozen eggs in. If you can catch the chick, catch the chick.
Hey, man, you're supposed to be the manager. You're not supposed to talk to me like this.
So I'm just trying to tell you as politely as possible, if you want to bring in the 11 eggs and a chick, I will gladly refund your money, give you another carton of eggs, whatever you want to do. But I'm not going to sit here on this phone.
I'm going to file a lawsuit because y'all done traumatized me and my kids.
Sir, listen. All right, let's just bring this down. A lawsuit, sir, over a dozen eggs.
A dozen eggs that got a baby chick in it, man.
Sir, let me get your phone number and some information, and I will talk to my manager, and we will figure this thing out for you, because I just don't believe that this would be possible. I don't understand how you would have.
Just leave him over there. Don't touch the chicken.
I just don't believe that this could possibly be happening. So it's unbelievable to me to even get this phone call.
Sir, I don't have time to go back and forth with you about how something happened. All I know is maybe it's a fluke accident, okay? But it happened. My kids are over here playing with a baby chick, and I'm traumatized. I don't even want to ever have breakfast ever again. And I'm going to make sure I file a lawsuit on your show and your show.
Me? I don't think that has anything to do with me. I didn't do anything except come into work today. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to file a lawsuit,
okay, I'm going to file a lawsuit. I'm filing a lawsuit on the grocery store, and I'm filing a lawsuit on the manager, Warren, which is your for giving me a hard time about what I'm telling you that happened.
You ain't even got a hard time out of me yet. You understand what I'm saying? You want a hard time, come down here with those eggs.
I'm bringing the eggs down here, and I'm bringing that baby chick back down there too. I'm bringing all of it.
Well, please, because I'd like to see it. How much did you pay for those eggs?
I paid about $2. It ain't about how much I paid for the eggs. It's what you have traumatized me.
Yeah, because I'm going to give you just that much back in the when you get here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't give a
I ain't got time for it. I got customers out here in line, legitimate people want my attention, and not some jack on the telephone talking about some chicken and a 11 egg.
Okay, well, let me tell you this, too. Do you have a guy that works at the checkout named Tyrant?
Yes.
Okay, Tyrant got me to prank phone call you. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Warren, your just got pranked.
What? You kidding me? Hey. Man. Look. Man, how do you come up with chickens going through eggs, man? Man, I swear to God, I got people looking at me in this store like I'm crazy.
Hey, Warren, I got to ask you, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Man, it's the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Your checkout guy, Tyrant, he got you, man.
Yeah, I'm going to get his too. I'm going to put him back in produce. I'm going to take him off the register. How about this? I get him stacking eggs.
There you go.
All right, nephew. Thank you. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO, our Chief Love Officer. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, some sad news to report. Miss Cissy Houston, Whitney Houston's mother, has passed away. We'll talk about that and other entertainment news. Kanye West is rumored to be heading to divorce court after less than 2 years of marriage. And the city of Miami Beach is taking back Diddy's key to the city. And Diddy's mom has released a statement in support of her son. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour.
Everybody want their keys back. Everybody want their keys.
But right now, it is time to ask the
small
CLO.
cities.
This is from Chauncey in Queens. Chauncey says, my boss and I don't see eye to eye on the way I use my corporate card. For example, if I go out to lunch and he asks me to bring him lunch, I use my corporate card for both our lunches. He said it's stealing from the company. Is it though?
Well, I don't understand. If your boss asks you to bring lunch back for him, and your boss work for the company, right, and you take the company card and buy him lunch, what? Wait a minute, hold on, man. How do your boss think you supposed to pay for the lunch? Is my question.
Yeah, both.
Because it's a company card. So now, if he don't expect you to use the company card, do he expect you to use your money? Has he ever said, hey, man, I'll reimburse you when you come back? I don't think it's smart of us to use the company card unless we go on a trip or we whining and dining a client. That's the only way that makes sense. Yeah. But it's stealing. Well, quit asking me to steal. Right. Because the only reason I'm using this card is because you requested it. Yeah. See,
he needs to
I think, brother, you could relax. You have a winning hand right now because you're only doing what was requested of you by your boss, your superior. Bring me lunch back. Man, dog, first of all, I ain't never been that dude right there, man. I mean, bro, I'll grab you lunch if you want to. I'll pay you. But, you got it next time, something like that. But back in the day when I was poor, you had to have your money with me. Or somebody not eating.
There's no free lunches over here.
Bro, I'm just going to be real with you. No way I could pay for your food and you ain't a girl. It's no way.
At all.
All right, moving on to Selena in El Monte. Selena writes, my hairstylist and I are cool, but lately she's been copying my style. She wears the same wig that she told me was one of a kind. And if we go out, she copies my outfits or shoes. She copies my outfit or my shoes. How do I tell her it's weird and we're too old to be dressing alike? Ooh.
Well, the staff just told me this. I'm saying this to the letter, that imitation is the highest form of flattery. That's what they just told me that. They just told me that. So I'm going to pass that lesson on that they tried to teach me. Now, I didn't go for it then, and I don't expect you to go for it now. Because y'all out there with y'all old ass dressing.
From head to toe.
And one of y'all look better than the other one. So now, and I'm assuming this is what I think is happening. What? I think the girl that wrote the letter is finer than the hairdresser. Okay. Because the one that gets copied is usually the cuter version. Yeah. Right. You ain't never copied your ugly friend. And you know you have.
I think you have a point, sir, CLO.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I want to be ugly too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, girl.
She rock.
You ain't
Ugly together.
girl, you ain't getting no attention. Let me see. Where'd you buy that dress at? It ain't nobody complimenting you.
All right. Moving on to Bria in Jackson. Bria writes, I pulled up to my sister's house and my nephew was having sex in the back of his girlfriend's car, but they didn't even see me watching them. I haven't mentioned it to my sister. He's only 16. Should I tell my sister or should I talk to him first?
Wow. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Well, let me ask you something. What you gonna say to him? Cause he through now.
Well,
but okay, now ladies, let me let me help you with something. Once you get a taste of it, that's it.
Preached it.
That's it. It's over. It's your quest for the rest of your life. It's nothing the aunt can say to this boy that's finna change his mind about what he felt in the backseat of that car. It's nothing you can say. That ain't right, okay? Yeah.
Okay, so is she mad about it being in the back seat or is she mad about him being 16 and having sex, period?
Yeah, she mad about that. But she's standing there watching. But what that got to do with you? He was in the backseat. He gonna get in the backseat again. This ain't the last backseat.
But
I can't tell you.
She wasn't back.
All right now.
What the?
We was all back there. We
are in the room. In the room. We are in the room. Lord have mercy.
That's a little young.
Hopefully he's practicing safe sex behavior. Protection.
Well, that's all you can tell him at this point.
That's all you can do at this point.
Protect yourself and the young lady.
Absolutely. That's it.
But especially protect the young lady. That's the emphasis you have to put on these boys. Protect the young lady first and foremost, and then protect yourself. So that protection is both ways because it gives a boy a double conjure to consider. Okay, Dad said I gotta protect this girl and I gotta protect myself. So it's a double thing that you have to do. And it causes a moment of pause and causes you to really do something. But that's all you can do at this point because you ain't nothing you can say gonna change his mind about this here now. Like I tell people all the time, you can forget a name, you can forget a face, you can forget a place. You can't ever forget a feeling. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I agree with that. You're right. You're right.
He finna have sex till he die.
Okay. Last one, Steve.
I'm 67 years old and you're still one of the key driving forces behind everything I do. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay.
You let my wife come in here and tell me we ain't sleeping together no more. All these bags and stuff gonna stop.
Bags? You mean handbags?
Birkin.
Yeah,
every bag. Every bag. Garbage bags.
All this finna stop, yeah.
He said garbage bags.
Traveling, all these bags and everything. Call Delta.
All right, last
Delta
one.
Comfort, find out what them extra 4 inches of leg room feel like.
Let's get this one in. This is from Eric in Kansas City. Eric says, my wife is mad because I cursed my oldest son out last week over a football rivalry. He was whining to her, so I cursed him out again. I told her to stay out of it or I'll do it again. I'm not coddling a 30-year-old. Do you think I should apologize?
To a 30-year-old?
Football, that's serious?
Hey, dog, my father loved the Cleveland Browns. If you came in that house, he didn't care how old you were, and you was cheering against the Browns, you got cussed out. And why is the lady in it? He 30.
Daddy hurt my feelings. We was talking about the Cowboys.
Shut your punk ass up and here talking about the punk ass Cowboys.
Thank you, CLO.
About you and them damn Cowboys.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. The Cissy Houston, the mother of the late Whitney Houston and a 2-time Grammy winner herself, who performed along Besides superstar musicians like Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin has passed away. She was 91. Miss Cissy Houston passed away Monday morning in her New Jersey home while under hospice care for Alzheimer's disease. Her daughter-in-law, Pat Houston, told the Associated Press. The acclaimed gospel singer was surrounded by her family. Her statement read in part, Mother Cissy has been a strong and towering figure in our lives, a woman of deep faith and conviction who cared greatly about family, ministry, and community. Her more than 7-decade career in music and entertainment will remain at the forefront of our hearts. And of course, our deepest condolences going out to the Houston family.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Legend.
Whitney, everything she knew. Yep, for sure.
That's for sure.
Yep. All right, and switching gears here now. According to TMZ, Kanye West and his wife Bianca Censori are possibly headed for divorce. Word has it that the couple.
See this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody see this.
Anyone surprised?
It's shocking.
Yeah.
Huh? What? Anybody?
None of that. No one ever.
What did you say?
Who now?
Maybe now she'll put some.
Not a
clothes
surprise.
on. Yeah.
No.
She won't. Yeah. Anyway, they've hit a rough patch, it says, in their almost 2-year marriage. TMZ is also reporting that Kanye has been telling people close to him that he plans to live in Tokyo and divorce Bianca. So there you go.
That's fine. Tokyo is fine.
That'd be good.
That's fine.
We know why she left. We know why.
Any further?
Why?
Yeah. Kanye, I can't wear all these clothes. I'm hot.
Well, she didn't. She took them off.
Yeah, she was naked most of the time.
I can assure you her family's overjoyed.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And why is he moving to Tokyo so far away from his children? What's
going out there with all them slavery clothes? We're gonna have everybody in Tokyo wearing them slavery clothes.
Listen to me. When you think of yourself and nobody else, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
You got a point there.
I'm not moving to Tokyo, and I got small kids. They need to see me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, when you got money,
But that's
I
a
guess
rumor,
A lot
so
of
we
kids
don't know.
over Tokyo, I guess. I don't know. No.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. Finally, in entertainment news, the city of Miami Beach is taking back Diddy's key to the city. Miami Beach officials are in final negotiations to rescind Diddy's key. Diddy was presented the key to the city of Miami back in 2015. We all know Diddy had to return the key to New York City back in June. And speaking of Diddy, his mom, Miss Janice Combs, is...
Excuse me, before you say that, before you say what Diddy mama said, I just like to say I have several keys to the city, and I want y'all to know, so they don't open no doors. Them keys don't
symbolic,
open.
yeah.
They ain't to no gate, nothing. You can't come to no city council meeting. You can't come in there and talk to the mayor with it. Them keys.
Walk in when you want to.
Keys don't do that.
I got about 4 of them, man. It ain't no gates for them keys. They're just, they come in a little glass thing, and they ain't no lock. So just, all right. Thank you, Miami Beach. Go ahead, Shirley.
All right. Well, Miss Janice Combs is speaking out about Puffy. She says it's been unbearable to witness what she calls a, quote, public lynching of her son because he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence. He has not had that opportunity. She acknowledges that he has made mistakes in the past, such as not being entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he got violent with an ex-girlfriend. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. And she said, this is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt, end quote. Yeah.
First of all, I understand a mother.
Yeah, that's her son. That's her child.
A mother and their child, you not. She gonna ride or die. I understand that.
And who wants to believe that about
But to settle the lawsuit, when the video came out, that was
horrific.
You can't deny it. Sorry.
I heard what his mom said, and I respect her. You know, I respect everybody's mother, man. You have never heard me say a disparaging word against anybody's mother. No. Because you can't say nothing about Ilosville Harvey.
Right.
Nothing. Mm-hmm. So I understand where she's coming from. His problem, though, is what she said was he's not given a chance to prove his innocence, and he will. But that settlement case was because,
with Cass.
Okay, remember when they first asked for their money, they said, no, we're going to go to court and we're going to fight this vehemently. Her lawyer sent over what they had to his lawyers and said, okay, this is what we got. And when they read that, they said, okay, this don't need to come out. Let me send this check. Now, the settlement was all working good. What happened was when that CNN reporter went down to that hotel and convinced somebody at 10 o'clock a.m. to give her a copy of that tape, at 1 o'clock it was on CNN. That was it. Once that video showed up, that opened the floodgates, and now they went, okay, well, let's look at this case. And because the case, her accusations pretty much mirror a lot of the charges that's in this case. He has a major problem. They went and got that tape, and cause everything's digital now. If you buy a tape, it's digital. Somebody got it.
Mm-hmm. There are cameras in hotels.
Yeah. All right, coming up at 20 minutes after, FEMA is responding to misinformation by Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. We're going to talk about that right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. As the state of Florida is in a state of emergency in preparation for Hurricane Milton, FEMA is responding to what it calls absolutely false information from former President Donald Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance, claiming that FEMA has given so much money to help migrants settle in the U.S. that it doesn't have enough money for hurricane relief. FEMA Administrator Dion Criswell says the claims are ridiculous, adding in part, quote, it's really a shame that we're putting politics ahead of helping people, and that's what we're here to do. Here they go again with these lies. It's also demoralizing to all of the first responders that have been out there in their communities helping people. So Trump and Vance are just lying again. Oh, and speaking of the storm, Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has refused to take Vice President Kamala Harris's phone call about Hurricane Milton, but he did talk to President Biden about that, getting resources and stuff for the hurricane. DeSantis believes that Kamala Harris's phone call is politically motivated. There are 27 days left until the election.
Yeah, it's called her job.
Yeah, that's
right. Thank you.
To care as the vice president of the country. Yeah, it's politically motivated. It's called her political position and job responsibilities.
Craziness.
It's really sad as a governor. This storm is one of the biggest storms of the hurricane this year. Ever this year. And so what they're saying is, this storm, meteorologists are on TV crying about this storm and the damage that they're thinking is going to happen. People are going to lose their lives about this. And you got a governor in Florida who's petty. Who won't put politics aside to take the phone call from the vice president of the United States to give you resources to help the citizens of your state. And y'all think y'all shouldn't vote?
Right. And like Steve said, it's her job, but you're accusing her of being politically motivated. No, it's the other way around. Just like Donald Trump, they're using the money to help migrants settle in. They're not using the money to help FEMA victims. This is craziness. It really is. Please, if you're not registered, because time is running out to register to vote. I hope everyone is registered by now. Please go to vote.gov.
We have to show up this year.
We do. Yeah.
Because this man right here, if you don't believe he all about himself, if you all put this man in this White House, you're going to see a show that you've never seen before in the history of politics. Yes. You about to see it. And all y'all blacks for Trumps, you finna find out. You gonna be you're not finna get a damn thing.
It's just, We got to do our civic duty.
I don't know what's wrong
vote.
with us, man. I just
don't either. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we're going to check your voicemail, Steve, at 877-29-STEVE, right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now to check your voicemail, Steve, at 877-29-STEVE. You can call Steve, leave a message. You might just hear your call on the air. You ready, Steve?
Yes.
All right, let's go. This is from Otis, a name you love. Otis from South Carolina. He has a voting question.
Hey, Steve, this is Otis from Columbia, South Carolina. Listen, how do we get folks, because I'm hearing you guys talk about voting right now and early registration and all that's good. It hurts my spirit when I see a lot of black folks who are out here saying that they're going to vote for Trump and forget Kamala Harris and all that stuff, and they have this vendetta against Harris. My question to you is, how do we, with so many days left before voting, how do we get these folks to understand that Trump just is not the right choice, that Project 2025 is real, that they can play these games if they want to, but a vote for Trump is going to be detrimental to blacks, Asians, Hispanics, and any minority group, any LGBT, all that stuff. Like, how do we get that ingrained in their head? Because you guys are talking about social media votes and these self-proclaimed Facebook and social media stars, and that's true. This is where a lot of these folks are getting their information inaccurate, but they're also voting based off that.
You know, man, that's the predicament we're finding ourselves in. Yep. Because we are under the same frustration you under, Otis. I do not understand blacks for Trumps. I don't understand it because I'm trying to find out, how is Trump for blacks? Quit telling me about this one thing he did for HBCU. That was nothing. And it was tied to something else that gave them something else. Y'all got to understand how these bills go through. Sometimes you give something to get something. Donald Trump does not do anything for somebody that does not benefit him. Why you ain't understanding this? Mm-hmm. And so, y'all, we as black people, and I'm not the spokesman for black person, but I am one that has been black longer than most. So I do have a true understanding of it. It is just a matter of choice in this election, and the choices are crystal clear. Do you want a man who has proven himself to be legally a racist with him and his father, the way they treated blacks when it came to renting their places? Are you familiar with that? Are you familiar with the full page ad he took out to convict these 5 innocent black young men in the Central Park 5? Were you familiar with that? He called for the death penalty. He convicted them before there was a trial. Come to find out, man, these boys go to jail and all this here. Now they innocent. No apologies, no nothing. I was wrong, nothing. Still, to this day, all he's going to do when he gets in that White House, and he said, for the first day, I'm going to be a dictator. He gonna pull some triggers on some people you ain't going to believe. But he is also going to give a commuted sentence to all them January 6 people. There are police officers who lost their lives, who lost everything in that January 6th.
In the line of duty. Capitol Police.
And he gonna free them.
Yeah.
But he's the one talking about giving police all the rights. But you can't have rights if you going against me, though. That's him.
The difference.
Yeah. There you go, Steve. Break it down.
He's going to ban travel from 7 Muslim countries again, just like he did on the first day. And let me tell you the biggest lie he telling y'all. He gonna close them borders. That's not going to happen, y'all.
He couldn't do it in his other term.
When he was in office.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it. His Republican friends are not going to allow that. Who will use the unskilled labor and skilled labor and underpay them to construct all these buildings? Look at your construction sites, y'all. Who you think that is? And now go inside these restaurants. Y'all, those industries close. And if you close the border, these cars you paying $25,000 for gonna be $70,000. Y'all, that's not what they gonna do, man. They just got y'all operating under fear. This is a fear monger. This guy right here tries to lead through fear. He talks of nothing of promise. his whole fear is make America great again, which means it was better back in the day, and let's get it back there, because where it's going now is wrong. That's fear. Kamala Harris' whole promise is a better tomorrow.
That part.
Coming up next, it is the nephew and the prank phone call for today, right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is, he stinks because of his mama. Okay, we'll get into that and find out what that's all about in just a few. Because right now, the nephew is waiting in the wings. He is here, as a matter of fact, with today's prank phone call. Nephew, what you got?
The title is, God is not through with you, but we are. Yeah. All right. Let's go, cat dog, if you would.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Sister Takara.
Who's this?
This is Brother Brinkley from the church. How you doing?
Oh, hey, how is it? It's I'm at work. Can I call you back?
Well, this is kind of urgent. I called your house phone and I didn't get an answer, and I had this other number on file, so I wanted to reach out to you. But what I won't take long, but it really is
all right.
That urgent matter, if you don't mind.
All right, hold on. Let me step away from my cubicle. Hold on. Okay, Brother Brinkley, speak to me.
Okay, we have a bit of a problem here, and we're trying to clean up a lot of things here at the church. You know, I hate to be the one to bring you some bad news. Let me just start by saying this. God might not be through with you, but we are here at the church. It has been brought to our attention, Sister Cara, that you guys are halfway coming to church. You might come once out of a month. You're not tithing as we expected. You know, the church can't really depend on you. It's you. You got, you bring your kids. I think your brother comes to the church, but everybody is coming every now and then. We cannot depend on you all to be the members and have the expectation of what we're trying to take to church.
Wait. Hold on. What, you say your name is Brother Brinkley? You're from the church?
Brinkley. Yes.
And you work under the deacon? I'm sorry. I've never heard of you before.
I have been officiated by the pastor, as I'm over the finance, and we're going through all of the books and looking at all of the numbers of the members of the church, the directory, and we're noticing what people are paying tithes, what people aren't paying tithes, who's coming to church, who's participating in different ministries and whatnot. And Sister Takara, I have to be honest with you. You're there maybe once every one of some month. We might see you, might not see you, And like I say, God may not be through with you, but we are.
Well, okay, you keep saying that. Listen, why? I don't understand. Like, are y'all monitoring my church going? Like, I can't. I have to go every single week. I mean, I go when I can.
Why are you absent so much at the church? Explain that to me.
I mean, I have 3 kids, I mean, I have 2 jobs. Sometimes I still pray. I don't understand how a church can, y'all serious?
You got 2 jobs, but we're not getting tithes like you got 2 jobs. Well, you're not tithing like you got 2 jobs.
Because I can't afford.
You just said I got 2 jobs. That's what you just said.
And those 2 jobs are in support of my kids. I mean, I can't support the church and my kids at the same time. I can't do both. I mean, I give when I can.
Let me ask you something. What are you making on that other job?
Are you serious? Are you really? You really? I didn't know the church got in this deep with. You really asking me how much I make in my second job that I take to support my kids? Come on now, there's got to be something.
I'm going to say this to you again. God may not be through with you, but we are. If you are not going to pay your tithes, if you're not going to come to work on a consistent basis, then what do you benefit the church?
Is that what the church is about? This can't be.
I'm gonna say this to you. Let me tell you what the church is all about. The church
if you say we done with you again one more time, I'm serious.
No, I'm gonna tell you this. You talking about is that what the church is about? Let me tell you what the church is. The church is a hospital for crippled souls. You understand coming in to be saved, we are doing our job. And guess what? Those people that are coming in, you know what they're doing? They're tithing. That's what they're doing. They're tithing. You, Sister Takara, I'm sure your soul is crippled. You're not coming, and you're not tithing. You may give us a little something when you show up, if you show up. Am I right or wrong?
Okay, hold up. Let me get one thing straight. This is what you called me for in the middle of my work day, to tell me that you're kicking me out the church because I don't give enough money to the church while I'm at my job that I can barely afford to pay my bills with. Matter of fact, I don't even know who you are. I've never met you in my life. And I don't, you know what? This church, this church. I hate to say it, but if that's what the church is about, you had the nerve to call me. I'm in the lobby of my fucking job.
Okay, now, let me say something now. You being very unchristian-like now.
Are you kidding me?
Sister Cara, you're going to watch your tone and your language, yeah?
This is not Christian-like.
Well, now, do you know Brother Dwayne? Isn't that your brother?
Okay, and?
Now, Brother Dwayne is who told me to call you.
Really?
Yeah.
My brother. So what is this about? Huh? Brother, whatever? I don't know. What is your name?
My name is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your brother Dwayne got me to prank phone call you.
Nephew Tommy? No. I'm a kid. Dwayne. Oh my God, he about to get me fired from this job. I'm in the lobby screaming, people looking at me. Oh my gosh.
You all right?
Here is Nephew Tommy.
Yeah, this Nephew Tommy. What's up?
No. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. My heart is racing.
Tell me, Mr. Carr, what is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey.
Come on up in here. Tommy up in here. Here's a show that I added, 11/9. That is November the 9th, baby. That is the homecoming, the official homecoming concert. Winston-Salem State University. You don't want to miss it. It is Monica. It is Anthony Hamilton, hosted by yours truly, Nephew Tommy. All right. Doors will open at 6:30. The show will start at 7:30. It's the LJVM Coliseum in Winston-Salem, North Kakalaki. Tickets on sale right now. Did y'all hear what I said? I said tickets on sale right now. The New Jersey Pack right after Thanksgiving. That's the Thanksgiving Comedy Fest. Nephew Tommy, Cheryl Underwood, Finesse Mitchell, and Dominique. That's in Newark, New Jersey, November the 30th, Saturday night. Tickets on sale right now. Just amazing.
That should feel good.
Just feeling very amazing. Tommy is, you know?
Tommy is.
That's crazy, man. And you combine that with stupidity. That's incredible.
Come on, Uncle Steve.
But he's talking about himself in the third person. Tommy is. Aren't you,
I talk about myself in the fourth person. I got a lot of people. What is you talking about?
Talks about himself in the third person.
I got 3, 4, 5 people. October 26th, Nephew Tommy and friends at the Hyman Center, Lafayette, Louisiana. Lafayette, October 26th. The nephew is coming to town. Tickets on sale right now. Matter of fact, all my frat brothers, I hear y'all waiting on me, man. I'm excited about seeing y'all. Y'all come hang out. Nephew Tommy and friends, October 26th. The Noops coming to hang out with Nephew Tommy. What's up?
I met a professional referee that was a Noop, man. Told me to tell you what's happening. He was officiating the basketball game in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Tell him I said, what's up, man?
I was messing with him the whole game. I said, man, you made a call just like a Noop. He made it crazy. Y'all good brothers. I ain't mad at the Noops at all.
Nope.
All right. Thank you, guys. Coming up next, it is my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is he stinks because of his mama. We'll get into it right after
my baby stinks to me. He stinks.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know. It could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, he stinks because of his mama. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm dating a 29-year-old mama's boy. We dated off and on for a few years, so I'm really cool with his mom. I decided to date him again, even though I know his mom is a huge part of his daily life. His father died when he was a teenager, so he feels responsible for his mother. That's the part I love about him. But he needs to realize his mother is only 47 and she can have a man if she wanted one. Here's the part I don't like. He is staying with her temporarily because someone tried to break in one night. They live in his grandmother's old house and all of the furniture is from the 80s. The windows are nailed shut, so there's never fresh air circulating in there. The drapes are dusty, and so is everything else in there. Just walking in there makes me sneeze. The smell is awful too. It's a mix of dust, old sour carpet, and whatever his mama has fried for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. She's unhealthy, and her only exercise is going to work and caring for her grown baby boy. She washes his clothes and puts them in his old smelling closet. So when I'm cuddled up with my boyfriend, he smells like that house. It's on him and in his clothes. At this point, I want him to move in with me, but he says he has to show a male presence around the house so his mom will be safe. His mother expects me to come stay with them on the weekends, and that will never, ever happen. I don't want to have an asthma attack in that tiny stinking house. I told him he smells, and he said he doesn't mind it because it reminds him of his childhood, growing up with his granddaddy and his grandmother. He certainly does smell like them. How do I get him out of that house without offending him more than I already have? Okay, are you listening to this man at all? I mean, this is not going to happen here. He does not want to move with you. It's very obvious. He likes it right where he is, and you shouldn't worry about offending him. You can't offend him. You've already told him he stinks. He still wants to be in the stanky house with his mom. And the worst one of all, he enjoys the stinking smell because it reminds him of his grandparents and his childhood. Who says that? Oh, okay, that's it. This will forever be a problem for you. This is what he's used to, and for you, he's not willing to change that. When he was a kid, you could have blamed the stink on his mom, but he's a grown man now. He's a grown man, so you got to stop blaming mama for this smell. What you didn't say in this letter was why you guys broke up in the first place. You conveniently left that part out. I mean, was it because of the smell? If that was it, you got another whiff, and you would think that would be enough to assure you that that is who he is. He's fine with all of this. You guys don't have the same values. He stinks. You don't, obviously. He doesn't want what you want, and he doesn't care for you enough to stop the smell and come and live with you. It's time to move on. It is time to move on from Mr. Stanky Man. It is. Steve? Did you just suck your teeth?
2 or 3 of them.
Together.
You know what? I mean, the letter, he stinks because of his mama. Let's just go right here. Skip all this here. He stank.
Yeah.
What? You're 29 and you stink. Damn who fault it is. You stank at 29. Let's just start right there. See, this girl that wrote this letter, I know why you broke up with him the first time, cause of this, and I understand it. And you broke up with him because he's a mama's boy. It's right at the top of the letter. That's why they broke up before. I'm dating a 29-year-old mama's boy. Well, if you know that, right up at the top, what's the rest of the letter for? You've identified the problem. You know what it is, and there is no fix for this. And he's not going to give you a fix for this, and you can't fix it. We dated off and on a few years ago, so I'm really cool with his mom. I decided to date him again. Here we go. Even though I know his mom is a huge part of his daily life. You can't sign up for that, ladies. It's one thing to compete with another woman. It's a whole nother thing when the other woman is his mama. See, you can beat out another girl. You can do that. Mm-hmm. Women do it all the time. Make men have to choose. But when the choice is between two women and one of the women is the mama almost always wins. Because he is a mama's boy. And you said that. And that's why they broke up the first time. So now you're going back for more of the same. She said his father died when he was a teenager, so he feels responsible for his mother. That's the part I love about him. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But he needs to realize his mother is only 47. 47? He 29. What the hell? So I did the math. So she had him at 18. Okay, I got it. But she 47 though. She can have a man if she wanted. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that, because this letter, chances are they live in the United States. I know a lot of fine women ain't got a man. So, and want one. Big
Hang
girls
on,
need
Steve.
love too.
Hang on. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject: he stinks because of his mama. We'll get back into it right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is he stinks because of his mama.
The man is 27, so this title negates 29. Itself. Mm-hmm. He's 29 years old in this letter, and he's a mama's boy. That's the first line in the letter. So your subject, he stinks because of his mama. He's a mama's boy, true enough, but he's 29. He just stink. That's all. You can't blame this on the mama. But anyway, you dating this man. You went back, you dated him off and on for a while. Y'all broke up. He loves his mother. She's 47. You said she can have a man if she wanted one. But no, she's attached herself to his life. He's staying with her temporarily because somebody tried to break in one night. They live in a grandmama's house. It's old, dusty, got mildew carpet in it and raggedy drapes. And that's why the house smelled dusty. And so everything else in there, just walking in there makes me sneeze. The smell is awful too. It's a mix of dust, old sour carpet, whatever his mom has fried for breakfast. She is unhealthy, and her only exercise is going to work and caring for her grown baby boy. Okay, so she ain't in shape. That's why she ain't got no man. So you can quit talking about she can just have a man, because she can't. She washes his clothes and puts them in his old smelling closet. And when I'm cuddled up with him, he smells like that house. It's on him, it's in his clothes. At this point, I want him to move in with me, but he says he has to show a male presence around the house so his mom will be safe. Okay? So much for you wanting him to move in. But let me tell you something, lady. Even if you convince him to move in, he's still going to be over there at his mama's house. You can't compete. It's hard enough you got to compete with another woman, but here's the one you can't win when you're competing against his mama. That's a hard one to win. So now his mother expects me to come stay with them on the weekends, and that will never, ever happen. I don't want to have an asthma attack in that tiny, stinking house. I told him he smells, and he said he don't mind it because it reminds him of his childhood.
What?
Well, I used to pee on myself when I was a little boy.
Okay, thank you.
But I don't want to do that no more.
What?
Yeah, peeing on myself reminded me of my childhood. But damn it, we had to stop this after a while. Now, hold up, partner. You can't be 29 and still doing stuff you did as a child and expect a grown woman to understand it. It don't play like that. I used to hate taking a bath. I would bring dirt in my pockets in my jeans and sprinkle it around the edge of the tub to try to deceive my mama that I had taken a bath. You know how many times I got beat for putting that dirt in that tub? I just didn't understand how she could tell. I got at least 3 whippings for that because I said each time I got a whipping, I said, well, next time I'll do it better. Mm-hmm. But I just didn't want to take a bath because I was a boy. Mm-hmm. And I stank. I didn't stink because of my mama. I stank because of me.
Yeah.
And that's why your man stank now. He smelled like that old house. Now, what is the smells in an old house? Number one, mothballs. He smelled like mothballs. I don't know why old people love mothballs, but they do. They keep stuff in there, and then they smell like the hospital. Mm-hmm. Old people smell like the hospital. Then sometimes old people smell like a medical store. You ever been in a medical store? It just kind of, everybody kind of feel, you ever go in there and had to buy something for somebody like back brace or something, or walker? You go in the medical store, it smell like, it got that potty sitting over there that's on wheels. You be wondering how they use it. I stood there for a half hour trying to figure out where they flush this thing at. That's when I discovered you don't flush it. Hey, it's just interesting. Mm-hmm. He smells like old people. Sawmill gravy. And he don't smell like the fresh stuff. He don't smell like biscuits or nothing. He smell like he smell like the batter if it's been sitting out. Mm. Yeah, he don't smell like the biscuits. He smell like fried green tomatoes. He don't smell like bacon. He smell like that can of bacon grease that be on them old people's stove. That's how he smell. Now he done told you he don't mind it because it reminds him of his childhood. What? Huh. He certainly does smell like him too. How do I get him out of that house without offending him more than I already have? Lady, have you listened to this letter? He's not going nowhere. He is not going anywhere. He's not. Shirley said that. Shirley got that part of the letter A spot on correct. She told you he's not going nowhere. Look, listen, nothing in the letter say he leaving. You said at the top, he a mama's boy. You want him to move in you, but he gonna bring that smell. Yeah. I don't even know why we doing this. I'm not dating nobody that I got to write in and tell somebody else he stank. I'm not dating no girl that stank. You can't stank and be a girl. You can't stank and be a man. Ain't no woman sign up for this. You can't stank. Mm-mm.
No, that's it. That's the bottom line. Post your comments.
You can't stink.
That's it. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and on Facebook. And check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. You can download it today. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
This letter stinks.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
All right, last night the Chiefs beat the Saints 26-13, bringing your total for the week. And man, I'm telling you, 13-4. That's it. 13-3. You did really well this week. That's good. Now the bad news is, I know some more noise out of Cleveland. The latest lawsuit on Deshaun Watson has been settled. It is confidential though. The money that he paid out is confidential. Now we're not saying that's is that a confession? Is that like he did it? But it is settled. So I don't know.
Well, he got to just get all this stuff behind him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then also, should he stay in Cleveland?
If he don't win no game, I don't give a damn where he go. And this has nothing to do with the cases or nothing like that. I wish the brother well. I really, really do. But we want some wins in Cleveland. We paying your ass a whole lot of money. Get some damn wins. Well, I don't really care what you do.
And Tom, did you say you walked off the field on Sunday?
Well, don't worry about that, Junior. His main problem right now is, I don't. Look, you can get all the massages you want, and that's cool. But you have got to stop turning over. You have to. You have got to stop turning over. Just keep your face down in that hole and get your massage. If they say turn over, just say, hey, please step out the room. Because it's too much happening for you when they turn over.
Well, it's some good news out of Cleveland. Cleveland in baseball, they are in the playoffs. They playing the Tigers. That's some good news. And the series is tied at 1-1. So you got that.
Thank you, Jesus.
You got some.
You got some.
Is Houston in the playoffs?
No.
No.
We lost to Detroit.
Well, y'all had some great years. Y'all champs and everything.
Not the past.
It gives me no joy.
Back on Cleveland. On Cleveland Steve.
It gives me no joy.
Well, we got the Game 5 of Minnesota, the Mohican Sun and the Minnesota Lynx playing tonight for the trip to the WNBA Finals, where they will face the New York Liberty. Man, the Liberty put out the Las Vegas Aces, so that Game 1 of the Finals of WNBA Finals will happen on Thursday night. Also, man, let's say congratulations to LeBron James and Bronny James. They made NBA history as the first father-son duo to play in an NBA game, man. That's all right. But I'm going to ask you this, if LeBron James, your dad, man, would you just take all the shots?
Well,
my daddy, LeBron James, what you going to do? Put me off the team? I don't care if I miss.
Now, we still live with his daddy?
Hell no.
No, man, Bronny got his own money. He can afford what he wants to stay at, you know. Now, you ain't gonna live like your daddy, but you can live by yourself. I mean, I'm in the NBA now. I mean, I want a girlfriend to come over or something. I can't be at my daddy's house.
All right, Junior. Thank you.
Bronny, who is that? We got practice. Don't worry about her, Dad.
Coming up at the top of the hour, thank you, Junior. A man on social media needs your advice, Steve. He says, I hate my mom displaying old pictures of me. We'll talk about it right after this.
Why is that?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, Steve, this is from EJ on Facebook. EJ says, how can I convince my mom to get rid of the old pictures of fat me? I have dropped over 150 pounds and have worked hard to get my body and mind right after years of neglect. However, every time I go to her house, I see it plastered with pictures of the old me and none of them of the man that I am today. It makes me not want to come over. My mom won't take them down and says they should make me proud to see how far I've come and how I've changed. The problem is that there are no updated pictures, and seeing all of them makes me digress into a negative headspace, which in turn makes me not want to visit her. How can I convince her of how helpful it would be if she would take them down?
Well, that's a problem, sir, because look, it's your mama's house and those pictures are memories. And the fact that you don't have, look, I appreciate the fact that you've lost weight and all like this, but those are memories to your mother. That's a lot of weight. Now, when your little big ass go back over there and you got to see all these pictures.
Little big ass?
Why he got to be little big? Yeah.
What is that?
Well,
what
do you ever just think about what you say before it comes out? Ever?
I have thought about it. You know, like I said, and before I was so rudely interrupted by, y'all, that's, when you take your little big ass back over to the house, these are pictures of, there's memories that your mama has. It's like when Luther was living. We had Big Luther, we had Little Luther. And there was a debate constantly of which one they preferred. I preferred them both because the voice was the same. And they probably prefer you because you are the same. You're the same kind person you was when your ass was huge. Because you couldn't be mean. You was a nice guy. Because there ain't no need you fat ass over there mean too. Don't nobody like no fat ass mean person.
That's 3 fats. That's 3 times.
Well, he's not that anymore. So it's not fat shaming. I'm fat glamming him. That's called fat glamming. Yeah, I'm fat glamming. I'm congratulating for getting rid of the fat. And now you tired of her because she posted old pictures. That's who you was, dog. Ain't it good to go over there and see who you was and realize who you are now? You're not enjoying the blessing and the journey of who you become. Why don't you look at the pictures differently? Instead of the glass being half empty, it could be half full. Why don't you look at the pictures and go, wow, I've really come a long way. I'm proud of myself. And you can become an encouragement to other people. But you want all them pictures gone so you can walk around. See, that's what killed me about people when they make it. Some people try to make it and then act like they've been there their whole life and they want to forget where they come from. That ain't how this works. You could be an inspiration to people, bro, if you would just share them pictures. Your before and after is real.
That's much better what you just said.
Okay, but then let me put a button on it. So the next time you take your little big ass over there.
See, I know.
Why?
She was too complimentary.
This is mom's house. His mama's house. He don't want to see all them pictures again. Mama, can you take some of these down? But won't put
now. This was your Roman. Now you're not finna tell me that. Now we loved at you when you was big. Used to come over here and eat just bowls of rice. You remember?
He's not.
You didn't care nothing about no proteins. You ain't never said nothing to me about no carbs or nothing. Now you in here with all this healthy talk and everything. We can't even enjoy a big old bowl no more or nothing.
And not with you. Are you quite done?
You remember that time you and your brother, Robert, ate them 2 gallons of vanilla ice cream watching the football game?
Don't nobody want to reminisce about that.
I said, Lord Jesus, look at the ice cream. And you ate it. It only melted a little bit. Y'all was... And that's what you was, Romy. You was just big, sweetie.
We'll have more of this ignorant show coming up in 20 minutes
Prayer
after the
changes
hour.
things.
Right after this.
So glad to see you, little big ass, though.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, Hurricane Milton has strengthened to a powerful Category 5 storm in the Gulf of Mexico on Monday, with sustained winds of 175 miles per hour. That's 175 miles per hour. That's a strong wind right there, right? Milton went from a Category 2 to 5 in only a matter of hours on Monday. The White House said President Biden has been briefed on preparations for Milton's arrival and the ongoing response and recovery efforts following Hurricane Helene. The Hurricane Center has raised potential storm surge heights in some locations. Storm surge is expected along the eastern Florida Panhandle and south through the Florida Keys, with as much as 15 feet in Tampa Bay. The mayor of Tampa said if you stay and you've been ordered to evacuate, you will die. Okay? Now, you can't get any plainer than that.
Wow.
Keep you and your family alive. That's what he's saying. Wow.
Folks, you have got to adhere to this. Evacuation is real. You can't protect yourself against Mother Nature. You are getting warning.
Yes, right.
You have got to heed the warning.
Yeah.
Like they're telling me that reporters are crying on TV, meteorologists.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Getting choked up. Category 5, 170 mile per hour winds, y'all.
You know how powerful
that's
that is?
catastrophic.
Yes.
It is.
It's deadly.
Destroying everything in its path. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Today-
Please listen to the mayor of Tampa. Yeah, please. All right. Coming up next, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather travel to the past or would you rather travel to the future? Which one?
How far is we going?
Yeah. How far back we going in the past?
Each way.
As far as you need to go.
We ain't going to slavery. I'm telling you that right now. We ain't going there. So
You ain't gonna do good.
I ain't gonna be good back there. I'm telling you that right now.
Because that's really what they talking about when they say make America great again.
Right.
That part.
Seriously. You better believe that, man. All right, so what? Past or future? Future guy?
Future.
Okay.
Hell, how far am I in the future? I mean, I don't know which way to go, left or right.
Okay. All right.
I'm just going to go to the future, wait on y'all to get there.
Would you
free
rather
from slavery and all that, huh?
Would you rather be able to sing only in the shower or sing in the car? No other option. If you could sing really well, sing in the shower or your car. Which one?
The car. I don't know what this one do, but
Yeah,
I guess the car.
I mean, Jodeci sound the same in both places.
And you're part of
Doesn't matter where I sing
Jodeci.
it
Yeah. Steve?
I don't know. I'll probably have to take a shower because I ain't in the car every day.
Yeah.
You be cutting up in the shower, won't you? Don't you,
Everybody
Steve?
sounds good in the shower.
Good in the shower.
Whoa, yeah. I'll be singing everything.
Yes.
Would you rather invite your most aggravating relative to the house for dinner, or would you rather go to their house for dinner? You want to invite them over to your house for dinner, or are you going to their house? The most aggravating relative.
I don't really go to people's house that much no more.
Yeah,
I like
they can come over,
Well,
but I
every
can
now
tell
and
them to
again.
leave too.
Yeah, I gotta be at home.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I can control your ass at my house. I'd rather be at my house.
Control.
Steve?
Yeah. Sit out there on that patio.
Because I can always leave. It's easier to leave than to put somebody out.
Are you talking directly to Tommy now?
He ain't talking to me.
This is how I go. What? You lying?
Oh, on the phone? Yeah.
You on the phone.
An emergency call.
You talking about right now? Oh my God! Now? So I just got here. Hold on, man. Hold on. Baby.
You gotta go.
They done shot the dog.
No. Steve.
We'll be right there. We will be right there. Y'all use my dog for all kinds of stuff.
All right. Would you rather live like a monk or a male escort for a week?
Oh, definitely an escort.
Definitely.
You were gonna say.
Oh, I'm not gonna be monking. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah. Monkey.
I got to get escort.
I'm not monking.
Yeah.
Right,
Escort. What about my stuff? We finna see. Escort.
Yeah, I've done that before. So
We're
not gonna gloss over that.
Thank you, guys. Coming up in 49 minutes after the hour, we'll close out the show with the one and only Steve Harvey right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, guys, here we are, last break of the day. Steve, before we get out of here, we have another voicemail for you. One more. This is from Chucky. He's in the swing state of Michigan, and he left a message for you.
Good morning, Steve. Man, I just want to start off by saying I love your show. This is Chucky Lawrence from Saginaw, Michigan, man. We love you down this way. And I just want to tell you, man, that I thank you for always being honest about this year's election. Man, there's no way in the world any person of a minority persuasion would be allowed with 36 felonies to run for president of the United States of America. I am a person that made some bad choices in my past, and I'm out here right now, man, trying to lead my community in a positive way, man. We do a kickball game every year. We bring out thousands to show unity, and we invite everybody out. And all I've seen during this campaign and during Trump's tenure as president was just division, hate, and lies. I don't understand that. There's no true political affiliation there. They've taken down the fact that he's always said he'd run as a Republican because Republicans were stupid enough to believe anything. And it's like we as a race of people now have to not be that stupid demographic and sit back and allow things to happen to us right in our faces that wouldn't be allowed to happen to one of us. We would never be allowed to run for president of the United States of America with 36 felonies, 3 felonies, and I'm still suffering the title, and it's been almost 30 years since my last wrong decision. I just thank you guys for always being honest about it, and I hope we get up off our butts and get out there and vote this election season. Y'all do a great job at getting that word out. Y'all funny. I love to listen to y'all in the morning. I love all of y'all. Thanks for listening.
Wow. Well, you said a mouthful, and I can't say that I found nothing to disagree with you about. I mean, nothing. It was very well said, conversation. It's about voting. It's about our obligation. It's about our rights. And it's about time. We've got to stop this foolishness about not voting and about we don't have a clear choice. And we got to stop all this ignorance, man. The choice is, y'all, come on, man. Really? Why do we go on these podcasts and these IG lives just to sound different at the expense of something that's very real for us? This election is real, man. If this man is elected, we're going to have a huge problem. If he's not elected, he has already proven that he will not go with a peaceful transition of power. He already not going to do that. He's already said if he loses this election right here, he knows for sure he was robbed and cheated. There is no fairness in this man. There is there's no dignity, no honesty, there's no credibility in him. But you want him to be the president of your country. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. What are you not seeing that's so glaringly obvious to the rest of us? I just don't understand. It's only because you are unwilling to see it. You evangelicals, man, are y'all real? well, he's going to vote the right way on abortion. Y'all really don't think Donald Trump has had abortions? Y'all really don't think he's paid for that? Y'all really don't? You really don't think that? You really don't think that nowhere in his life he's paid for an abortion? You really don't think that? You really think that Donald Trump, who has been a rich boy all his life, cares about your poor ass? You really think that he gives a damn about the auto industry and the workers? You really think he cares about steel workers? You think he cares about industry workers? You think he cares about anybody? He has not said one person. Then he lies. He cares about the people in blue, the men in blue. But he's willing to, when he gets in office, pardon all of the people from the January 6th thing. He said he's going to do that. The police officers that lost their lives, the police officers that were running for their lives to protecting the rest of the Senate, those Republicans who said enough is enough, this has gone too far. He has hijacked the entire political party of the Republicans. Y'all used to be a decent group. I will tell you that. When Reagan was president, when Bush was president, Republicans were a decent group because at least you stood for something. I'll give you that. But you all have let this man come along and hijack your party. And now everything that he don't like is fake news. Everybody that goes against him is against the American way. He has divided us, separated us, conditioned us for hate. He says nasty, evil things about people constantly. This is who you want to represent the United States of America? Man, people are laughing at us around the world. I can't count the times, how many times I've been asked, why are you all letting this man run for president of the United States? Like the caller said, a black man can't get a job at the post office if you got one felony conviction. He got 34 and he running for the job, the highest job in the land, in the White House. And we're allowing this? Every time some charges are put on him, it's politically motivated. No, bro. He has no policies at all designed for people. Y'all, this is an important election, man. I'm running out of things to say to you. If voting for Donald Trump because you know exactly what you're going to get is the reason you're voting for him, something's wrong with you. We got to vote, y'all. We got to get to the polls. We got to make this happen. Y'all have a great day today. Talk to God. He'd absolutely love to hear from you, okay?
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.